Hi guys, it's Angie Bell with HerballyHipTarot. How's my Herbally Hip tribe doing out there? This is for entertainment purposes only, and everything we say here is allegedly. Allegedly. Okay. Before we get into the hot mess, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would love for you to do so. If you can give this video, no, if you can hit the bell 3 times, you can hit the bell 3 times, give me a thumbs up. I think you're going to like it here. You guys know me. I be messing up all the time, even though I say the same shit every day. Okay, let's get into it. Oh yeah, before I get into it, I know that the SNAP benefits are coming out, but they're coming out slowly. Some people are getting them, some people aren't. So if we could, please, if you haven't, donate to the people in the description that have GoFundMes. I think probably for the rest of this week, maybe into next week, we'll see. We'll see how it's going. Yeah, they said they're going to release them, but they really haven't. Only some states have released them, and that's because that state already had the money to do it. And so they said it could still be a few more days or a week. So if we could just still do that, because you know what, this is the deal: is if we could help out our family members here and also give them a little cushion. That would be good too. It sucks just to have just enough. It's nice to have just enough and a little cushion. Okay, all right, and we all know what I'm talking about. All right. Let's get into the mess that we call the U.S. All right, this is a trip. I was watching Midas Touch this morning, and he said the Epstein files are expected to be worse than thought. Okay, listen to all this real quick before we do the reading. FBI agents have seen horrible things. Now, I think this was current agents and the ones from before that were in Biden's when Biden was president, from what I understand. And I guess and the lady who was talking about this, it was a reporter who's done a lot of investigative reporting on all this. I'll get to her name in just a minute. She also says that the GOP is scared about these files. They're like, oh my God. Okay, let me keep going. These have hours. The videos there's hours of videos of parties, massages, nude women, and underage girls. And her name is Allison Guild. She's one, like an investigative reporter who's been reporting on all of this. And all of this, all the information she's gotten has been verified. She said there are 100 House Republicans that will vote yes as releasing the Epstein files. They're so scared of these Epstein files. They've heard some things and they're like, and they know it's worse than everyone thinks. And they do not want to be involved or protecting a pedophile. Felon 45, allegedly. And like I said, her sources have been verified. And what she said, she said files accessible to lots of FBI agents. Everyone had access. They were stored in a very flimsy way. Anybody could have gotten access of them, and a lot of agents did get access of these. And so what she said is, she said Felon 45, Bondi, and Cash. They were like stupid. They just stored these. Okay, for example, remember how he stored the top secret information that he stole from the White House the first time he was in there? Remember, there was a bunch in the bathroom and on a stage. Yeah, this is, how he treats top secret information, even about himself. He is a complete idiot. She said she was surprised that they had not leaked to Congress already, or beyond that. Listen to this. Some agents said they broke down watching the videos. And they said that Felon 45 is all over it. All over these videos. I just want to do an open read. Open read. And, okay, I know that everyone's saying that the Democrats caved. But then some articles have said, are the Democrats playing chess while the Republicans are playing checkers? Because you know what I think they thought? You know what, this could go on forever. We need to get to the Epstein files. And so and that's what I thought right away. I thought, you know what? When that happened, they said they caved. I said, you know what? Good. Now we can get to these Epstein files, because it's really the Epstein files that's going to blow up everything. If we get to the Epstein files and it blows everything up, then we can get rid of the Orange Menace and all his minions, and we could get Kamala in there, or get whoever needs to come in there, and we can probably go ahead and make sure that everyone can have affordable health care. So I think that's what they thought. Like, all right, let's just let this go. Let this go. Let's go for the bigger fish. The bigger fish is the Epstein files. So I'll do a reading on that tomorrow too, about the Democrats playing chess instead of checkers. In fact, let me write that down. Are the Dems playing chess while Repubs are playing checkers? And I'm going to put Epstein. In fact, I'm going to put Epstein, Epstein, Epstein in the title above it. All right, we'll read on that tomorrow. All right, so let's find out what cards we should use. And we're talking about crime. So I'm just going to go right away and ask if I should be using true crime. Clear, Spirit. The Epstein files are expected to be worse than they then thought. Spirit, should I use true crime? Yep. Clear, Spirit. Should I do a double read with What Lies Beneath? No. Okay. So we're going to use true crime. Let me show you what they look like. There's the true crime. Okay. So let me shuffle and I'll be right back. Okay. So the Epstein files are expected to be worse than thought. Worse than they thought. All right. So let's see. Secrets. Yeah, we're about to really learn some secrets. Let me ask this real quick. Clear, Spirit. Are we about to learn some secrets about the Epstein files that we did not know? Yes, clear. Spirit, are we about to be exposed to some of the most disgusting stuff that we have ever seen with a child from these Epstein files? Are we going to be exposed to all this? Yep. Cover up. Is that crazy? This is what's in the middle. Cover up. And that's what he's trying to do. Everything he's doing right now is a cover up for the Epstein files. Everything. All these horrible things he's doing. Every day is a new thing. He's doing a new thing every day to try to do a cover up for the Epstein files. He knows that there's one thing that's going to take him down. That is the raping of children. So disgusting. Someone asked me, what do I do to protect myself from some of the readings like this? For one, my pendulum sits on a big stone of selenite. Selenite is very cleansing and very protective. And so that's right here. So that's in front of me. So I'm constantly being protected and cleansed all the time. I also have a circle of light around myself, my room, my house, my cars, my neighborhood. Also, I have all type of stones all around me. A black obsidian. I wear turquoise. That's why you guys always see me with turquoise, because that's protective and cleansing. Okay? All right. Okay, fraud. This is, don't forget about the stolen election. And I get this, you guys know, every read, it's don't forget about the Epstein files if I'm not reading about them, and don't forget about the stolen election. And and this is telling me, this is the cover up. The Epstein files is Pandora's box. It's going to open up everything so that we start getting to the stolen election. Oh, I wanted to tell you guys this. Yesterday when I did a little research, I did a reading on the stolen election on Alliance Truth Election, I think it's called Alliance Truth Election. They're a group of people who are statistically researching out the stolen election of 2024. And there are a lot of articles now, lots of articles about all these different states that are looking into this. So it's not just one state. I remember 6 months ago, you couldn't find a damn article on nothing. Now, Google it and you're going to see. Election Truth Alliance. That's what they're called. They're the statisticians who are doing all the stats on that election, and they're coming up with like, yeah, this stuff was stolen. This election was stolen, and now they've given their information to these different states, and these states are looking into it. So there's like a lot. There's 3 or 4 different states right now. Missing votes. That's what I call these votes that were stolen. Even though we're talking about Epstein, my cards want to say also pay attention to the stolen election. These are stolen votes, zapped votes, burned votes, thrown away votes, votes that are missing. And I just did a read on the stolen election yesterday or the day before, so check that out. The video is right below this one, a couple of ways down. But okay, somebody's going to want to fake their death, and I think it's personally going to be the Orange Menace who wants to fake his own death, because once people know that he's a pedophile, he has no shame. But I think that this is he still won't be ashamed about it because he has no shame, but he'll be embarrassed, he'll be humiliated, and one thing he doesn't want, and his mask will come off. If it's one thing he doesn't want to happen, is his mask coming off. See, this is him. See his mask? He don't want that to come off. Well, it's about to get ripped off, felon 45. Can't stand him. Yeah, this is MAGA and the Republican Party, but this is MAGA, okay? They already are turning against him, and when they find out that he's in these files and what he's did, this is what the whole thing is going to look at. Not natural, but the disaster. When this comes out, this is how it's going to affect the country. Actually, the world, because this is worldwide. This isn't just happening in the United States. When Epstein trafficked these girls, he trafficked them from Europe also. So this is what it looks like in the United States, all over the world, but especially the United States. It's just, this is how it's going to explode. It's going to explode soon. It's going to be real bad. Now, isn't this interesting? This is my death card, because look, it looks like grandparents waiting for their loved one to get into heaven. That's what I always think of when I see this card. So this is one of my death cards. And what's ahead of it? Fake death. Yeah, this is marriage and wedding. This is a relationship, right? The relationship that Felon 45 had with MAGA, this is MAGA here, it's going to be over. I mean, it is becoming more and more every day over, but it's going to really be like, he ain't gonna hardly have any, if any, hardly any supporters after this comes out. So what I'm saying to you too about this disaster, not natural, but just disaster, the stuff that we're going to learn about, this is how intense it is. It's going to blow our minds. The information is dark, disgusting, nasty. See how that energy is? Dark, disgusting, gloomy, negative. And what's right above it? Disaster. That's the energy of this whole thing. And the men that we're going to find out that did this have big egos. Felon 45 and the rest of them. Okay? They think they're never going to get caught. They think they can pay their way out of anything. They can threaten their way out of anything. They're going to find out. They're going to find out. Clear, Spirit. Will the Republican House and Senate turn against Felon 45 once it comes out that he's a pedophile? Yeah. This lady said that there's already like 100 Republicans that said if this comes out, or when this comes out, I'm voting yes to release the files. Because they know they can't be associated with no pedophile. Duh. Should have been associated with him in the first place. Clear, Spirit. Will a large portion, I'll ask this, Clear, Spirit, will most of MAGA, once the Epstein files come out that he's a pedophile, will most of MAGA go against him? Yes. Clear, Spirit. Are the Epstein files Pandora's box that's going to open? Are the Epstein files going to be like Pandora's box and open us up to see also that he stole the election? Yes. It's going to open it up. It's going to open up Pandora's box and a lot of stuff's coming out. And one of the first things coming after that is stolen election. Horrendous. So I think this is going to happen very soon. So brace yourself for the disgusting stuff that we're going to have to see and hear. I mean, I'm sure we can do our best not to see and hear it, but it's going to be everywhere. Let's just ask. Clear, Spirit. Will the Epstein files be exposed soon? Yes. Clear, Spirit. Will it be exposed so much that it'll be almost impossible not to know what happened in those Epstein files? Yes. Clear. Spirit, is Felon 45 all over the Epstein files, doing horrible, disgusting things to little girls? Yes. Allegedly. And in fact, I told you guys, I have what do you call it? We'll just call it an affidavit that was filled out, and it said Jane Doe on it. And he paid her off so that she wouldn't talk about it. But it was, I only read to read what was in this affidavit that was filed with the courts. I only read maybe 3 or 4 lines. I couldn't read anymore. Okay. It was disgusting. It was Felon 45 and Epstein, both sexually assaulting a 13-year-old. And I guess he was able to pay her off to shut her up. Probably threaten her life and a whole bunch of other stuff because they're disgusting. So I can't imagine what else is in these things, because I already read one of these affidavits that was filed with the courts. And I try to relook it up so I can tell you guys where to go look at it if you guys want to see it. Not that you really want to read about that, but just to know it exists. It's gone. He scrubbed the internet of that, but I did make a copy of it. All right, you guys, that is it for this one. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to do so. Okay, you guys, that's it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to do so. If you can give this video a thumbs up. Any comments or questions, leave them below. Anything you want me to read on, leave that below. Remember, please, this might be another week or even next week of giving to the GoFundMes. If you could do that, if you haven't donated already, that would be wonderful to our family members until they get this snap back on track completely. Also, Christmas is canceled and Black Friday. Children not included, and small businesses. We're just trying to let these big companies know who's boss. It's us. We're the reason they're rich. We're the reason they make money. They need to be on our side and not the Felon 45. Hello. All right, you guys, that's it. I will talk to you guys in my next video coming up shortly. Toodaloo.